Yo,
Yo, man.
we are here.
Here we are.
We're live. We're
Yes.
streaming simultaneously today to Twitter for the first time. We'll see how that goes.
Oh, wow.
Twitch and YouTube as normal. So,
Nice.
wherever you are, please drop a hello in the chat. Say what up. But yeah, we're back.
I was listening to, so as you know, I think I've talked about this before, that one of the podcasts that I've been obsessed with is Talking Sopranos,
Mm-hmm.
right? Because it's episode by episode, dive into every Sopranos episode that's done by two of the actors who were on The Sopranos.
Right, two of the best fucking people in The Sopranos.
Exactly. And just the whole idea of that was too good. I'm like, this is amazing. I have to listen to it.
Yeah.
I've listened to 9 bazillion hours of it.
Mm-hmm.
But have you noticed how many other shows are copying that format?
It makes sense to me. It makes sense.
Yes.
Not only just because it's a good show and a good format, but because to cut through the as we've realized, to cut through all the podcast noise of there's thousands and thousands of podcasts now. To cut through that noise, if you want to have a podcast that gets that level really quickly, the quickest shortcut is to have famous people do it. Have famous people do it that have connections that know
An audience, like millions
and a
of people.
built-in
if they hear
audience.
that person is doing a podcast, I'll listen to it. Yeah, totally. So hurry up and go get famous so that we can have people.
Right,
come in
please.
here.
God.
What's up, Mac Daddy? Looks at stream quality. Oh, good. That's good to hear that the stream quality is good.
Oh,
this
that's
week,
good. Yeah,
Mac, because we're just freaking out. Right
yeah, we were like, this could be a disaster, but let's see. So
yeah,
right before we started, we were like, fuck, the bit rate of the stream is super low. It looks really shitty, or it doesn't look shitty, but if it goes live like this, it's gonna look shitty.
But
I think
one of the numbers is really low in the technical window.
Yeah, which it should be triple the number that it was. But luckily, the only reason it was that low was because we were just basically streaming a flat image with no movement and nothing going on. So that's why we were streaming.
So now that we're active and moving,
yeah, now the bit rate's
the bit rate goes up.
Yep, it's up now.
Interesting.
Yeah,
Nice.
but it actually does look way better. So yeah, it's been such a roller coaster dealing with tech shit on this show, because
Yes.
I don't care
Oh
what
my
anyone
God.
says. It's not that doing a live stream podcast is hard, but doing it the way we do it, where we're incorporating our recording studios and all this extra software we're running on top
Right.
of all this streaming shit, it's an insane amount of bugs to work out. Literally every week, new things. We have to squash new bugs. So yeah, we're really happy. I think we're finding solutions now to our issues that we've had in the past. But yeah, glad the stream's looking good. That's awesome.
I will get back to the point that I was making by bringing up these other podcasts, because I did have a point.
Yeah,
but speaking of looking good, check out just your whole vibe right now. The hair situation, the glasses situation, the mustache.
Yeah.
Hello.
What up?
Hello.
What up, girl?
Looking fly, man.
Yep.
Are those new glasses? The
No.
glasses,
No.
if they're the same, the whole
are the
package
same.
around the glasses is just making them look
Just
fresh.
me, babe.
Wow.
Just me, babe.
Nice. Well, there's some stereo echo there. That's
Yeah, no, I just see, this is another difference between doing morning stream. I just took a shower and shaved, so
so you're clean.
I'm clean right now.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not clean.
I haven't been through a whole entire day of frustrating music production and drinking. I've yet to start that.
The difference in your hair is that it hasn't
go,
been in your hands like this all day yet.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I was just telling Brandon before we started that we were trying to set up some audio that we may or may not do today. We probably will, but I had to import some stuff Brandon sent me, and I'm like, thank fucking God that you actually know how to send stems, because I was dealing with, look, albeit close friends that I love and that made a small mistake that screwed things up, but it wasn't even that big of a deal. But yeah, they sent me stems starting at the wrong starting point. Like, I had them record overdubs for a track, and they started like 2-3 bars after where they should come in, and I just was like,
because then a cardinal sin.
It's because then I'm like, okay, I'm running up against a deadline. I either get a hold of this person who's really busy and is a fantastic musician but busy, and I probably won't be able to send this to me right now, or I just eat it and line shit up and pray that it's actually lined up well.
Yeah.
And
cardinal sin.
Yeah, it was brutal, and luckily it all worked out fine. But it was just like, man, that's I almost want to give classes on it. Like, on my High Noon website, under the frequently asked questions, it's like 5 paragraphs of like, here's exactly how you send stems, because it's that important to know. Like, you really need to know how to do it.
Well, let's put it out there in the universe now. All y'all, everybody, let's just like get this established for everybody. If you don't know, it's okay, but now you know. If you're sending your tracks to another person who's putting it into their session, make your track begin at the exact same place, like down to the sample. Not about, literally, mechanically, computer-wise, exactly the same starting point as the tracks that they sent you. Doesn't matter if there's a bunch of empty space, bunch of bullshit, whatever. Start them at exactly the same place that theirs started when they sent you. Give it back to them. Everything's going to be fine. And if it's even like any amount other than 0 difference, it's going to be a bad time.
It's going to be a bad time.
For somebody.
Yeah.
Somebody's going to have a bad time.
Then it's going to sound like shit's drifting, or it's just like it might line up okay for the first like verse, but then by like the second chorus or something, it's just like off by like a like half a quarter note, like something like super, like you know what I mean, like some small increment of music. It's just like it's like nudged like a few samples off, and you're just like, what the fuck, like why are they?
Or the final version of the song comes out and you hear it, and the thing that you performed like sounds all like janky, like the feel of it is all not how you played it. It's all like early or late, or like not in the pocket that you played it in.
Totally.
And it's like, what?
Totally.
What? It's because somebody had to manually try to guess how you played it and what pocket you played it in.
Exactly. Yeah. So today we have one of 2 avenues to go down.
Wait. Can I finish my
sorry.
my podcast thing first?
Sorry.
Okay. So another one of the shows that started doing that is It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Oh, that's right. I just saw that. That's so cool.
The 3 like originators of the show are doing the same thing, bit by bit by bit. So I listened to the first few episodes, and like right away in like the second or third one of the things that they talk about is like, are we gonna like say something in the beginning? Like, hi, this is the blah, I'm me, and I'm me, and welcome. Like, are we gonna do a thing like that? And it made me think of us.
Yes.
We just go, hey man, how's it going? Good. Cool. Okay, so this is what we're gonna work on today.
Is everyone having fun? I hope
everybody knows who
call?
we are. Right. Exactly. Hanging out with these 2 people whose names I might know.
Right.
And talking about something that I might know what they're talking about. So should we do that?
We should have.
Should we say what this is and who we are in the beginning?
Also, the amount of shop we talk on this show is incredible. It's because we haven't made time lately to like do behind the scenes stuff, so we wind up doing it during the show now. But whatever.
Doing it live.
Yeah, doing it live. Fuck it. But yeah, it'd be nice to have like a standard, like some kind of like read that we do, like.
Oh, we should like actually.
Oh, hey, what up? It's fucking the show, and I'm me, and you're you, and you're watching, and so am I.
Yeah. I mean, we could, we should do another draft after that. That's good for first draft. But yeah, we should say that.
So I've got. Sorry, were you gonna keep going on your podcast thing?
No, I was just about to say.
Oh,
wait. So we agreed that the name of the what's the name of this? This is the Black Market Dub.
No, Black Market Live.
Black Market Live.
Episode 20.
Yes.
The Eno cards will guide the way, which I think would lead us perfectly into one of two segments I'd like to do before we get into any music stuff. The first being, if we're going to name the stream that, we got to pull a new card.
You should say your name first, since it's the same as the title.
Yes.
So
I'm Black Market.
Black Market Live. Yeah. You're Nate Black Market Bridges. Mm-hmm. So whenever I say Nate, I'm talking about him.
Yes, me.
And I'm Brandon Weisau Nisnik. Mm-hmm. And whenever he says, Brandon always says he's talking about me.
Yeah.
For anybody who doesn't know.
Okay. Yes.
Yeah, we should do that.
We should. Yeah, we absolutely should. Especially now that we're 20.
We always get into this and say like, oh, whenever we work on Black Market stuff, whenever we work on Weisau stuff, Nate is always doing this. Brandon is always doing this. And like,
sounds like there's
they
four
might
people
know
involved.
who we're talking about. They might know.
Sounds like there's literally 4 people involved. Like we're the contractors for those 2 people. Okay. So
right, thank you. That's my whole thing. Thank you.
We're gonna write something up this week for sure. So the Eno card that I pulled today, we're if for anybody who's been watching lately, we're trying to do one of these an episode to kind of help guide us musically, because these are like brain fart cards when you can't think of shit to do in the studio. Brian Eno in the 70s with his buddy, they came up with these very esoteric, very curious like phrases to kind of help you work through brain fog or like writer's block or creative block. So this is an awesome one today, actually, because I think it is so pertinent to this show because of all the moving pieces and all the different things that need to happen on this show every week. Mm-hmm. Don't stress one thing more than the other or than another.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. Don't stress one thing more than another.
Yeah. So, don't stress that Twitch. This isn't happening right now, by the way. It's just an example. Don't stress that Twitch looks like shit and YouTube looks great. Stress about it all. Stress about all of it equally.
That's funny. Because I heard that as like, find the thing that you're stressing more and stress it less. And you're like...
Interesting.
Find the thing that you're stressing the most about and stress about everything that much.
Don't you think this is kind of
bring up the stress?
Our different ways of handling this is like, it's like your way of handling it is like a gate and mine's like an expander.
Ah, yeah.
Bring up all the shit. And Brandon's like, just quiet it down a bit. The ones that are whatever, just quiet it down. Anyway, so yeah, don't stress one thing more than another. I love that. These cards are a godsend.
Yeah, that is a good one.
The other thing I'd like to do, especially because he's in the chat right now, Mac Daddio over on YouTube, who should be watching right now. I just saw him comment a minute ago. He sent in some amazing questions for us for
beautiful, yeah,
fan email questions.
Yeah, okay. For our listener email back. So since we're bringing in maybe a little bit of structure to the show, we don't have to. Do you want to always do it in the same place, beginning? And
I think like pull.
You do the beginning. Why not?
Chit chat, pull a card, answer some fan questions. Maybe we don't have to do them all right at once. We could do some at the end, or let's do it now because he's watching right now, and I wanted to, have him be in the chat while we're doing it.
People always do it at the end of podcasts and shit.
Mm-hmm.
And we're rebels.
Yeah, we are.
We're gonna go against the grain.
Yeah,
we're not gonna stress one thing more than another.
No. And I actually know a podcast that does it at the top, and I think it's kind of cool.
All right, cool. Let's be like them.
Yeah. So, he asks kind of a lot of questions, and they're all really good. This could easily dovetail into like a really long conversation. So we'll try and
I
be
believe you.
brisk. But he asked quite a few questions, so we could even save some for later, or even like next week, honestly. But
What's your favorite question?
my favorite question. I've only looked over these once. Let's see. So these are all kind of. Well, they're not all black market specific, but let's just read one that's kind of cool. So this is from Mac Daddio on YouTube. Is there a project you've been interested in but found too daunting?
That's a good question.
So it doesn't have to be black market specific. He's asking both
Right.
of us. I mean, for me, I may still do it, but for the longest time I was like, oh, I should do Queen in dub. Because that'd be cool. Everyone likes Queen. And then like I listened to Queen for a bit and I was like, holy shit, that's very intricate arrangements, intricate instrumentation, intricate.
Yeah, it's very progressive stuff.
It is. Yeah, it's hard to. Queen often doesn't like. Well, that's not always true. I was gonna say they don't often like slow down long enough to like where you could slip into a reggae like groove with them. That's not necessarily true. But like if you're gonna do Queen, you got to do Bohemian Rhapsody, right?
Mm-hmm.
And listening to Bohemian Rhapsody, it's like there's tempo changes, there's like double time, there's really hard stuff to play that you have to hit or it's just not Bohemian Rhapsody. Like
Yes.
you know, like
Many moments like that.
so I think it'd be a fun challenge for you and me, honestly, to do like a Queen dub. I've always wanted to do it, and I think I'm sitting on like I don't even know, like 30 Freddie Mercury like acapellas. They're
Oh, so you
really
already have
good.
them?
Oh yeah, like they're
Including Bohemian Rhapsody?
yeah. There's tons of stuff for Queen out there, but it's Queen. It's hard. It's not like easy. You know, it's
One of these times on the stream, even if we're not working on it, can we just listen to the isolated vocals of Bohemian Rhapsody sometime,
Yeah.
just for the pure enjoyment of listening
Yeah.
to it? That would be amazing.
Let me make sure I actually have them on my computer. I had them on my old computer. I might not have them on here, but I can get them really easily. So,
Just yes, Gregory Buttocks on YouTube. Yes, you can ask questions here.
Yes.
And for everybody,
Greg Butts.
Greg Bots, and then Nate, can you put the email address to send questions to in there too?
Yes.
Also, there's Mac Daddio is we've gotten these questions on our email mailbag, so that you know if you think of anything or come up with anything that you want us to address in between the stream, anybody can send us an email there.
Yeah,
It doesn't even have to be a question. It could be anything that you want to say.
totally.
And also, I want to know from Dweemus on YouTube. Hello. And I'm curious, where in the north of England
Yeah.
are you?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Definitely.
I'm a bit of an Anglophile. I don't know why. They call it the special relationship, about how
like Americans and English people.
yeah, just have for some reason this mutual fascination with each other.
Yeah,
And I'm totally in it. I don't know why. I'm just so interested in England. It's like geography, the culture, like I'm like every once in a while, like something I'll see something on TV and I'm like, that's not true. It's da 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 da. I'm like, why do I know so much about England? Why do I care about? Anyway.
Oh, he
Yeah.
says he's from Durham.
Durham.
Where's that?
Okay. I'm gonna get that. That's like way up north. Is Durham? Is that in or near Northumberland? I might, but that's like way up by Scotland, though. I think, right? Like way up in the northeast, right?
Yeah. Gregory Buttocks is just on fire with
I'm
the
probably gonna
questions
be
right
wrong.
now. Gregory
Okay.
Buttocks has a good question and a great question.
And a good name.
Yeah, he
Great
does.
name, Gregory Buttocks.
Um,
Okay, so But we should finish answering Mac's question.
What were we answering? We were answering.
Yeah,
Is there
it's,
anything we
most
found too daunting?
daunting.
I would say Queen for me.
So you'd say Queen.
I haven't done
For
it
me-
yet, but I probably will.
For me, it's Rush.
Oh fuck, same boat, totally same kind of thing, but like kind of amped
Yeah.
up like times 10, like
Yeah.
in difficulty.
So on my list of songs that I've wanted to do, on there for a long time has been the song "Vital Signs" by Rush, which is the easiest Rush song to do in reggae, probably, because it's like it is their reggae song. You know, like early '80s, everybody was doing a reggae song, and that's like, and they touched on reggae a few times, but that's like the one that is like the groove of it all the way through is obviously like influenced by Jamaican rhythms and everything.
Right, that's cool.
So it's the least of a stretch, and it would be so freaking hard, let alone to do a reggae version of any other Rush song. There are many that I want to do. I'm a huge Rush fan. I'm obsessed with everything that is in between, starting at Fly By Night all the way through Permanent Waves. But God,
Yeah,
it's scary.
it is.
I'm
Yeah,
like, because if I start, like, I don't know how I would finish with anything. Yeah, that's the most daunting.
Yeah.
For sure.
let's see. We'll get around to answering all these for sure, but there's quite a
Okay.
few, so we'll just answer kind of the big ones.
Okay.
Is there any way your fans can support you without money? I'd love to support you, but
Yeah.
I am monetarily challenged.
Yes, that's a good
Aren't we
question.
all? Yeah, I would say do exactly what you're doing. Follow us on all the various platforms. You know, like, subscribe to everything. Like, seriously, that stuff really helps. Like, that's what causes the show to grow. And even if you're not directly, paying for it or whatever, by growing our audience, you indirectly are probably going to help someone find us who will pay for it. So, yeah, just following.
Exactly.
and-
Yeah. I would say that the biggest way that someone can support us and contribute to us and like, yeah, contribute to like making our situation, like improving our situation and helping us out and all that, is by sharing this
Totally,
with
that too.
other
Oh my
people
God, yeah.
who don't already know about us, who don't already watch the stream, who haven't already listened to our music on the Bandcamp, haven't already seen our Patreon. You know, exposing this to new people who might enjoy this.
Yeah, post it to like
That's the way.
post it to
Yeah.
Facebook groups, like, post it on Twitter, post it on Reddit, like, post it around, post it to places you think that people might want to watch.
Yeah, because it's totally fine that that you don't have the financial space to contribute any money, and
Yeah.
that's totally fine. Like we've said it before, like listen to everything, stream everything that we do, listen to everything that we do. Like, don't hold back on how much of the stuff that we make that you consume.
Yep.
That's totally fine.
That's the reason we make all of it
your
free,
money,
too.
but we only want the money that you guys can like afford to
Yeah.
give. That's the only money that we want, and we know that not everybody can afford to give, and that's totally fine.
Yeah, it's all good. And that's not only just because I'm doing a lot of, copywritten stuff, so I don't sell it anyway. I make it all for free if people want to download it for free.
Yeah.
But also, even if I was making like original music all the time, I kind of still think I do the pay what you want model on Bandcamp, because it's just shown to be like a totally viable, awesome way to release music. I mean, Radiohead was the first to do it within Rainbows, and they proved
Yeah.
it right out the gate that it's
Yep.
awesome. It's a great way. Like, people will, it averages out anyway, because for every person that downloads my stuff for free or for like a dollar or whatever, there are literally people out there who will be like, here's $25 for one album,
Yep.
like, so it really balances itself out. Like, I love the way I structure the pricing of everything we do, and I don't see that changing, like, no matter what happens with this show or anything. It's probably always
Yes.
going to be kind of like this.
Yes, yeah, we believe in a graduated tax rate here, a graduated reggae tax.
Yeah.
And like,
Yeah.
for the people who are in a position where they want to give $200 for this album, it's like, oh yes, like
Yeah, you're picking up
I
the
want
slack.
I want to be on the other end and accept it. Yes.
So Mac Daddio is saying he's on the opposite end of the country to Dwemus. He's in Southampton. So that's cool.
Oh, nice. South Coast.
I want to answer Gregory Buddock's questions too,
Okay.
just because we answered quite a couple of Mac Daddio questions. But Gregory Buttocks, he said, how to get started with music productions? So many things to learn. I am overwhelmed.
Yeah. Oh man.
Yeah.
It is overwhelming, isn't it? And
Yeah.
it's so freaking complicated.
Yep.
And it's the type of thing that once you do start learning about what goes into it, what's required, all the stuff that you need, all the stuff that you need to know how to do,
Yeah.
and all this, like once you start learning about it, it's like it's 10 times more complicated than I thought it was gonna be.
Totally. I mean, yeah, I think if you want to do music production, I think the way I would handle that question or that desire to start would be to take that term, music production, and break it in two. Okay, so start with, if you want to make music,
This is good advice.
you gotta learn how to play music first. So if you don't know how to play guitar, bass, keyboards, drums, whatever, like start there. Start by just learning an instrument of your choice, or even if you already are a musician, you already know that. Like learn keyboards, because that's going to be crucial in music production, that you can find your way.
You mean even if you already do play an instrument, learn another one?
Yeah, learn as many
Yeah.
as you can, because oftentimes, unless you have a stable of people that are willing to play with you or on your stuff, they may even, you might have to pay those people, and if you're trying to create a lot of music like me and Brandon do, that could get really expensive really fast. So, I mean, the most cost-effective thing I've done as far as my music production goes is learning how to do a lot of it myself musically. So, I mean, I can play drums and bass and guitar, and I'm a jack of all trades. I'm not great at any one thing. Probably guitar would be the one if I had to pick one that I'd be best at.
Yeah,
but
you're like a fucking like epic world-class guitar player. Yes.
Okay. I don't know if I'd go that far, but I know enough to get around. And once you feel pretty confident and rounded in your music skills on instruments and stuff like that, then you got to break down the production side. It's like, okay, now I can make music, but I need to record it. So, I mean, it's all baby steps. I mean, if you guys have seen this studio before, I mean, this is insane, but I've been doing this since I was 10, 11 years old, like slowly collecting all this stuff, building this stuff up, recently putting in like a huge investment to like really double down on this as like this is what I'm doing the rest of my life. But I would say the first thing you got to do, get a laptop, get a small little 2-channel Focusrite, and a microphone and a mic cable, and start there. And then as you work, you'll realize, oh man, like this is great. I have 2 inputs, but like, what if I want to record like 3 mics on a drum kit? Like, oh, I guess I got to expand the Focusrite into like maybe an 8-channel setup. It's like, okay, wow, my laptop's been doing really well, but now maybe I need a desktop computer that's a little more, powerful, that can manage that. It's like, okay, then you go there. Then it's like, oh man, this all sounds really great. I've got mic inputs. I've got maybe built-in compressors on the Focusrite, whatever. I've got plugins now. That's cool. Maybe I want to, and you just go from there. It's modular, music production. It's kind of, you can kind of build whatever you want, really, but it'll take a lot. It just takes a lot of time and patience and money.
Yeah, I would say, um, I I agree with everything that you said. I would say the two things to keep in mind, like two bits of advice or whatever for getting started in music production, if and when you are overwhelmed.
Mm-hmm.
First thing is, just make peace with the fact that it's going to take time.
Yeah.
That you're talking about developing a skill that is in the order of years of developing mastery in. So that means a lot of stuff. Like, so first of all, don't be hard on yourself for being a beginner, being a novice, being a journeyman, being a medium skilled person as you progress. You know what I mean? Like, enjoy being a beginner while you're a beginner, and so on. And also, basically just make peace with the fact that your early work and the stuff that you're going to be making in the short term and maybe medium term you're not gonna like how it sounds. You're gonna think that it sounds pretty bad.
Yeah.
And that's because it does.
Yeah.
You know? Like,
yeah, it does.
When I go back to the music that I made in the first like 5 years of my producing music, it sounds like a toddler made it. Because I did not have professional skills.
Yeah.
I just didn't. And I made it, and it sounded like exactly what it is. But there's no way that I would be able to make anything that sounds better than that if I hadn't made that.
Right.
You have to be bad before you're going to be good. There's no shortcut. There's no like hiding and keeping all of your early work that sounds bad a secret from the world and never finishing it, never showing it to anybody, never being done with it, never using it, and then managing to like skip ahead to the days when what you make sounds good.
Right.
You have to make bad stuff in order to eventually be making good sounding stuff. Okay. So,
and to add on to that, because I bring this up all the time. Anybody who watches this or knows me knows I say this all the time. Just to piggyback on what Brandon's saying, you're going to make bad stuff, and that's okay when you first start out. But invite critique to your stuff. And the easiest way to do that is to release it on the internet and tell everyone about it.
Yes. Treat it like it's real, because it is real.
It is. Yeah.
Make stuff that is even early on.
Because
even if you don't think that it sounds very good, like, give the stuff that you're making its due. Like, my own opinion in my own brain about a lot of the music that we put on our page and that you guys have listened to, in my own brain, I don't think that it sounds good. I'm like, this is stupid. Nobody's going to like it. But you just treat it like it is real and put it out and put your name on it and say, look, here's the music that I made. You could even charge people for it. Have the audacity to do that and find out what happens. All the feedback that comes back, everything that comes back to you is going to be some important information.
And you might be shocked. Learn. You might be shocked how many people love stuff that you think is just trash.
Like, you guys love stuff that I think is trash.
Same. I totally agree with that. Like, again, I say it all the time. The first Bowie album, it's not that good. A lot of people really love it, but I'm sorry, it's not very good.
Yeah, that's like in your all-time best received things that you've ever done, right?
Not just because it's the oldest one. It's like the best, most downloaded, most played, most everything like that I've ever done. And
you will like
I'll never live that
still
one down.
Contend that it's not good.
Yeah, I would.
Right.
I would still contend that it's not good, and I'll never live it down either. Even though I've made 30 plus more albums after that one, and not to mention everything I've done for other people and clients and other kinds of music, that one is probably the one that like this project will always be known for, because it's the biggest one. I don't know. I can't.
Yeah.
Nothing's outgrown it yet. Nothing's kind of surpassed it. A lot of stuff's come really close, but like it just it emphasizes what we're saying. Like, I put something out that I didn't think was that good, but I put it out anyway to court critique, to court, you know, I invited criticism so that I could get better, because constructive criticism is the most helpful thing, you know, someone can do for you. And to my shock, instead of a bunch of people saying this sucks, why'd you do that, a bunch of people really loved it. And so which was still helpful, you know. I knew the things I wanted to make better. You know, I talked to certain people in person that told me some things that could have been better. And then I used that, as well as all the great feedback I got from releasing it, to, you know, what we're doing now. You know, it blossomed into this, you know, so.
And it's still blossoming.
Still blossoming.
The second thing that I'd say, and so this is like in terms of the types of questions, like what gear should I get? What computer program should I get? What are the specific skills that I should learn how to do? Like, should I learn how to master? Should I learn how to mix? Should I learn about delay? Should I learn about compression? All of those types of questions. I would say let necessity like guide you. So first start with, what piece of music do you want to make? The actual song, the actual thing that you want to make. So, you know, your style, like for us, it's reggae. We don't have gear in our studios that is needed to make other styles of music besides reggae. We don't have EDM stuff in our studios because we make reggae. We have a bunch of pieces of gear that only reggae songs need, you know? This spring reverb thing, you don't need this for anything if you're not making reggae. So start with what specific song you want to make, and then let the song tell you what you need. Like, oh damn, okay, so one of the things that I need to do for this song is sing on it. I want to have my voice be on the song. So I need to have the means to record my voice. So I need to get a microphone. I need to get an audio interface, and I need to learn how to use those things. Interesting. But that's important to know, because if you're clear about the type of music that you want to make and it doesn't involve your own voice, you may go years without ever buying a microphone. And without needing to know how to set one up and how to use one and how to record one. You might not ever need to learn how to do that. And that's fine. So that will save you a lot of money, because you won't be spending money on anything other than what you specifically need to make your specific music, and it'll save you it'll make you get really good at the things that matter to you. And I mean, trust me, I know you can attest to this too, Nate, that like we've both in our careers have worked with really, really high level producers, engineers, and artists. And one of the really surprising things to me that I've learned about most of them is that and we're talking like top level people, really famous people, that
best in the world. One of the things that really tripped me out about it is that how evident it was that they are only good at what they do, and they actually possess very little skills and a whole lot of ignorance about other elements that goes into music production and making music that are outside of the thing that they do. There's people who, like, they get the call for certain things for a reason. Like, they're like, like when I was at Capitol, it was like, any time there was an orchestra, and I'm talking every single time there was like an orchestra booked at Capitol, they were like, we have to call Al Schmidt. Al Schmidt has to be the guy. And it's because he's been recording big bands and orchestras since the late 50s. and he's got 24 Grammys
Mm.
as an engineer,
Mhm.
and that and that's not to say he was only good at that. He was great at all kinds of stuff, but like, I mean, his specialty was that. I mean, he
Yeah.
taught seminars on it. I mean, there's like a method to it, that but yeah, it's you got to find a niche, to a
Yeah.
certain extent.
Yeah, so like one of the things that can be overwhelming is that you might, I don't know if you do, but I did feel like in order to be good at this, holy crap, that means that I need to know about all this stuff and be competent about everything in the whole world of music production in order to be making the music that I want. But that's not necessarily true.
Yeah.
You really only need to have the skills that you need to be doing what you're doing, because music is a wide world, and there's all kinds of people who are making super sophisticated stuff that you and I know nothing about.
Totally. Yeah. Let's do a couple rapid fire questions just to get
All right.
through a few more of his. We'll try and keep the answers to these ones relatively quick. Let's see.
Yeah, we ain't got time for this.
We totally do. I just hope people are entertained by this. That's all.
Yeah.
Let's see. Is it too cliche to do Christmas and dub? No.
No, it is not.
No.
It is a great idea.
This is a Christmas spirit forward podcast.
Yes.
If you disagree, leave.
No Christmas cynicism here. No,
This is a jolly podcast.
we are planning on, like, probably the joint project in the works that we are the most excited about by far
Christmas, yeah.
is our is our reggae versions of Christmas songs collection that we're gonna start doing.
Hyped for that.
Yeah, for next Christmas.
Okay.
So, yes.
Next question. Since Wise Owl helps you so much, do you ever return the favor and mix his work or anything like that? Yes, I do. And
Yes, he does.
maybe you might have missed the first kind of earlier episodes of the show where we did a lot more of that, but totally. Like at this point, Wise Owl like is the bass player for Black Market. I will still play bass occasionally, but he plays, usually that'll mean he's playing keys or guitar or something. He's pretty much on everything now. That's kind of how we do it. And in return, lately what I've been doing is I'll dub out some like his singles that he does. I'll kind of do like a very very minor final mix pass stuff with some stems just to print it through my analog console and to print it through tape, and just to print his stuff through a lot of my analog gear because it just sounds really good. But yeah, that's pretty much like him and I, for the most part. Like I keep what I make from Black Market. He keeps what he makes from Wise Owl. We split anything we do as far as like YouTube and streaming goes, and then to pay each other back, we just work on each other's stuff. So it's pretty simple and straightforward arrangement that we've got. That's pretty awesome.
That's right. Yeah, so for over a year now, the series of songs that I've been doing, the series of singles that I've been doing, Wise Owl sings his hits, not his favorites, not his hits. Wise Owl sings other people's hits.
Yeah.
And every single one of those includes a dub version by Black Market.
Yeah. So there's tons of exclusive Black Market stuff that you can't get on my Bandcamp.
It doesn't exist on the Black Market page.
Yep, you'd have to go to Brandon's to get a lot of that stuff. This kind of is a similar question. Do your friends charge for their work, or do you all do it for the love of it? Me and Brandon, like we just said, we have kind of a separate arrangement that we're happy with. But when it comes to other people we might hire or solicit to be on our stuff, at this point, unless it's like they very explicitly say they want to do it for free or they just want to do it because it would be fun. At this point in my career, I make a point that there's always an exchange of money for service. Whether if I don't do stuff on spec for people. I always send an invoice. And if I ask someone to do something, I will usually offer to pay them like right up front. Just like, hey,
Yep.
here's what I got. Does this work for you? Does this sound like a fair rate? Would you be willing to do this? And it's important to do that because right now, like, people are so fucking disrespectful to creators and like creative people. To all the shit you see online posted like, I can't pay you, but it'd be great exposure. It's like, get fucked. Like, go fuck yourself. Like, exposure doesn't pay the bills. We all know this. Like, get the fuck out of here, man. So yeah, me personally, I always, unless it's explicitly stated that they don't care, there's always got to be money exchanged.
Yeah.
Otherwise, there's hard feelings develop, and it's just like, it's shitty. Because I did it the other way for years. I would just kind of do favors for people, and then I would be bitter, or then I'd ask them to do it, and they would do it, and they'd be like, what the fuck, he didn't even pay me, or whatever. It's just like, money solves all that shit.
Yeah. I used to do work for friends without for free a lot, but now it's at the point where it's like, this is what I do for a living. So it's gotten to the point where it's kind of inappropriate for me to just, like walk into where you work and just be like, I'm going to take this. Okay. Cause we're friends. Okay.
Yeah.
Later, so me and Nate, it's a bit different because we're business partners, and the things of each other's that we're working on are, your product is part of my business, mm-hmm. and my product is part of your business. So it's like a shared thing.
Yep.
Our careers and our businesses are like under the same umbrella now. Mm-hmm. So us working on each other's stuff without the exchange of money is,
it's not
even without the exchange of money isn't really actually true, because the money that we make on it, we actually do end up like
kind of sharing,
getting some of it and mm-hmm. sharing. So
yeah.
But yeah, and like you said, I do want to be paid even if I'm working for a friend, and if I hire a friend, I don't want to do it without me paying them, mm-hmm. because this project that I'm working on is a professional thing, and I need your product.
Yeah.
I need what you provide professionally. I don't need your friend style work. I'm hiring you because we're friends, but I need to get all the professional stuff that you give to all the rest of your clients actually.
Yeah.
And it just makes it cleaner and easier if I actually do give you the money.
Yeah.
Which is the other side of that.
You don't want the homie hookup free guitar part. You want, hey man, like,
I want the real guitar.
People are hiring you to play guitar. I want to hire you just because we like got drunk last weekend and we hang out all the time. I'm seriously hiring you to play guitar. I like friendships aside, like,
yes.
And it really does make a huge difference. And I have friends like that right now that like some of my best friends on earth. I'm just like we'll hang out. We'll buy each other's beers. We'll fucking do whatever. And then when it comes time to make music, it's like, it's all business, It's
friends pay each other.
Yeah.
It is possible to be very easygoing and casual and fun and friendly with people that you're exchanging money with.
Yep.
That is possible.
Yep. Okay. Let's see. Want to do one more and then we can move on to
sure.
Next thing?
Mm-hmm.
Let's see.
And keep these questions coming.
Yeah,
and
please.
Send them to that email address that Nate posted there so we can address them.
Yeah, and the
well.
email should be in the description wherever you're watching too, so you
nice.
can check
Cool.
it out there. Okay, do you think the dubs and the music you guys make will ever generate enough cash to do it full time? Well, that's what we're hoping.
Mhm.
That's what we're doing this
I,
for.
I, I, I would say yes. I do
Yeah,
think that.
I do too.
Yes.
I do too.
What?
I
Yeah, go ahead.
I've been answering first this whole time. You go ahead.
Oh, thanks, guy. I so me taking on the business model of starting a Bandcamp page, making music, releasing it, putting it out there, like letting like a catalog of music exist there for sale, is something that I took from what I saw Nate doing and completely got inspired to do it from what he was doing, because I saw him doing it and it seemed really genius. And one of the big parts of that to me is that the fact that that music and that back catalog of music and these dubs that we're making will be there for sale forever. And so if years from now we make something that gets a lot of new listeners and new purchasers, I believe they will come to the place to find it, and they will see all of the other things that are also there. So the dubs that we've made in the recent years and the dubs that we're making today, they might make only this amount of money maybe for 10 years.
Yeah.
But I really do believe that there's going to be a day at some point in time after they were made where they actually are going to make like you say, an amount of money that allows us to do this full time.
Yeah.
But yeah, that is absolutely our intention. That's like what we're doing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, which would inevitably probably lead to bigger and better things for us, which would, mean maybe doing more dubs, but maybe more original music and stuff like that. And you can see, just picture in your mind how it would go, because I've thought about this for years now, and it's so simple. It would take one very strategic domino to fall for this thing to just be really big out of nowhere. And it would be, there's two ways it could happen. One way would be someone on Reddit posts our stuff somewhere and is like, whoa, listen to this fucking weird, like Elton John reggae. What the fuck is this? This is so cool.
Check out this David Bowie thing that he made 6 years ago.
Yeah. And that snowballing into even 20,000 upvotes, that's millions of people on Reddit, at least just seeing it. So whatever, traffic that generates as a byproduct to us would be like a huge windfall. And it would be a major, major thing to happen to us. And the second thing that could happen, another alternative domino, or maybe would be the next domino to fall, would be if a place like Consequence of Sound or something was like, you gotta hear this weird fucking thing, this weird Bowie mashup, and that, like, a small little blurby dumb clickbait article, like
this one weird dub.
Yeah,
DJs hate him.
Yeah, exactly. Those are the two ways I see this thing like blowing up. And if either one of those things were to happen, I think it would set us up for a future where, we do this every day. We would do this all the time, and it would we'd instantly have an audience that demanded a lot from us. So we'd have to stream more often. We'd have to make more music together. We'd probably have to cut back on music we did for other people, and just do music ourselves. I could see us getting called to work on like films or soundtrack stuff, at some point, possibly.
That's another thing, is like placement
stuff.
Like if one of our songs gets put on a TV show or something.
Totally. So there's a lot of ways this could wind up becoming our full-time thing that are like very out of our hands. They're kind of, it's up to fate and chance for one of those things to happen. But the way we're trying to manifest ourselves is we're just here putting in the work every Thursday, streaming,
We're
shilling
making
our
our own luck.
Patreon.
Yeah, some really smart dude. I'm trying to remember how it was, but he said like luck is preparation plus something.
Yeah,
Shit, I
I
can't
know
remember what it
you're
is,
talking
but basically like we're doing the thing that we can do, which is like making
luck is preparation meeting opportunity is what it is.
preparation meeting opportunity.
Yeah.
Yeah. So when opportunity comes, yeah, we want to make sure that
We're ready.
that we have done the preparation for, so that luck can walk in the door.
Yeah. Yeah. So, until then, maybe that never happens. But you know what? Me and Brandon
it might not.
Me and Brandon are like best friends anyway. So we'll be doing this anyway.
Yeah, right.
It's like
Yeah. Oh, good. They that's the other thing about music production too, man, is that like I mean, just make sure that it is the type of thing that you do have your own reasons for wanting to do it beyond a guarantee of success.
Yeah, because there isn't one.
Yeah, there's no guarantee. So if you will be, totally fine in your own world, if that success doesn't drop, then you're in good shape.
Yeah.
Because it might, and it might not. But if it doesn't come and that leaves you like really unhappy and really unfulfilled and kind of like, well, I didn't get the thing that I was counting on, then you may have a bad time.
Yeah.
So
another helpful thing, don't have a dog that barks right outside your studio door all the time. That's gets in your music, and then
that's something that I have not that's advice that I didn't take.
No, Elton's
that's my neighbor's dog. Oh wait, is that Elton?
This is my dog. My dog. Can you not hear him?
Oh, that's not the neighbor dog.
Oh,
that's your dog.
That's fucking my
wow.
dog.
Wow. Okay. I'm so used to having my neighbor dog barking all the time. Okay.
Anyway, so Mac Daddy-O, I know we didn't answer every single one of those. Maybe next week, if we don't have a ton of questions, we'll come back to some more of these. But great questions, man, and thank you so much for sending those in. If anybody else has questions, I know that segment was pretty long, but we're gonna try and answer questions every week. So if you want to answer questions, you want your questions to be featured on the show, email blackmarketreggae@gmail.com. Maybe in the headline just put like mailbag or questions for the stream, and ask us whatever you want. We'll answer them on the stream. And likewise, if you got any questions right now in the chat, just go ahead and shoot them out, and we'll answer whatever we can.
All you northern English people, all you southern English people, all y'all.
Yep.
Ask them questions.
Yep.
All right.
Awesome. Well, that was a long discussion, as I kind of anticipated it would be. But should we?
Good questions.
Definitely great questions.
Yep.
Should we move on to? That was loud. To some tunage, some music.
Tunes, yes. Sure.
Do we know what we're doing yet? Which one should we do?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, we can. I think here. Let's test. I think that these synthesizers are working.
They're warmed up.
On the last stream, I went to like, oh yeah, sometimes you can do this, and I was gonna like show a little synthesizer thing, and it just wasn't working.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I still don't know why, but it appears to be working now. So we could do that. Yeah. So we can put. Well, I mean, this is just me and you decide. See, this is the problem with having like a parliament of an even number of two people, is there's no like. There's no majority or like deciding factor. It's just two guys going, oh no, what do you want to do? Oh no, what do you want to do? What do you want to eat? Oh no, what do you want to eat? But
Let's
I don't mind doing the synthesizers.
do it.
We could do that.
Do it,
I'm
yeah.
kind of excited
Yeah.
to do it. Okay, so we're gonna now work on the next installment of YSL sings his favorites, which is
I'll be right back. I gotta get some water.
a reggae rock steady version of the Alicia Keys song "Try Sleeping with a Broken Heart," and the story so far. I've laid down the drums and all the rest of the rhythm section, okay, which is bass and guitar and piano, and there's organ in there. And then I have the guide temporary vocal track, which is Alicia Keys' voice. And the last thing that I'm going to do for this song is record my own vocals singing the song. Haven't recorded that yet. So right now we have the rhythm section. We have the band. And the next thing that I'm going to add in here is all the synthesizers. So for anybody who is familiar with this original song, if you haven't heard it, please listen to it. It's incredible. It is. For the longest time when I was young, when I was like a teenager, when I was, young, angsty man, I was like really against pop music just for the principle of it. But man, I am so glad that I like laid down that picket sign and just like let myself just enjoy music where I find it.
Yeah.
And enjoy music for what it is and what's in front of me and what's in front of my ears. There's so much incredible work being done by people who I used to, think that I was better than, basically.
Totally.
But it turns out they're way, way better at music than I am. Way better. And it blows my mind. So this song is one of them. It's Alicia Keys, Try Sleeping with a Broken Heart. And and the aspect of this that I love about this song so much is the synthesizer parts in it, in particular. So it's now like a 1968 rocksteady song, but I want to keep the synth parts in there. I haven't tried it yet. I haven't played it yet. So this is like experimenting.
This is very interesting.
Yeah. So we're gonna do it live.
I can hear it. I can see it working, depending on how you do it.
Me too, dog. Me too. So let's do a little bit of a listen through. Let's listen to what we got. Oh, that's a good sign.
Here we go. Well, this is why we've got a backup idea.
This is a good sign. Hang on.
By the way, folks, if you join our Patreon as little as $1 a month, you can help us directly to solve these computer woes.
Yes.
That we've got.
Yeah, that's the first thing that we're going to use financial contribution from you guys for is more stable technology to be able to host what we're doing, rather than using this computer system that's held together with chewing gum and
dental floss
and dental floss and bendy straws to do this stream like how we are. Okay, here's I have an MP3 of it. This is what it sounds like.
Still here.
Bad Nate. That's how Nate dances.
Yep. Is this like a solo section or something?
Yeah, so in the original, it's a drum loop that just goes throughout, and she's just kind of vamping and doing this little like piano vocal improvisational type thing
Cool.
on the outro of the song,
Nice.
and then the drums just keep going. It's like goose goo cat, goo goo cat, goo goo cat, goo goo cat, and it's like this kind
That's
of
sweet.
electro hip hop style thing
Nice.
that goes out. And
Yeah.
so,
God, that song
but-
sounds so good.
right. So, yeah, so what we've got is a very,
You know what I was gonna say before you get
Yeah,
into the
what's up?
synth stuff? You know what I'm hearing that
What
I
up?
think it needs? Something very simple. Needs like a shaker or a tambourine or something.
okay. Well, I can bring up that tambo then.
Oh, so there's one in there.
You had better believe it,
Nice.
my buddy boy. Let's see. Let me bypass that. So, oh, okay. So it comes in the chorus here.
I thought I heard it somewhere.
So, but check out how low that is. So
Very
there's
quiet.
a tambo and a scraper.
The scraper I could hear pretty well.
So it goes like this. So scrape. When the tambo comes in. But yeah, it's very low. Alright, I can bring that up.
Yeah, that's nice.
Cool. Feedback, people. Okay. So right now there's, so this sounds like a band. This is like a traditional setup of a rock steady band, of a reggae band that's playing this song with some vocals, right?
Yep.
So now we want to bring in that 2006 vibe, or whenever this song came. I feel like that's when it came out, like
That sounds about right.
shortly after I graduated from high school. I feel like is when this song came out, but that it's definitely like the production style of it anyway,
Yeah.
with some synthesizers. Okay, so we've got the chords.
Those are some luxurious pads right there.
Yeah, so this is a synth patch that's it's called Butter.
There you go.
And I don't think that is related in any way to like the instrument, or I think it's just a verbal description of what the sound sounds like. It just sounds like butter,
Yeah.
you know? Because sometimes they're called like sweeping fifths or
Right.
something, or like bright squelch, or like, something that, but this is
Butter. Yeah.
So we're going to do layers. There's going to be many layers, and in a lot of cases, so there's going to be different layers of synths that are playing different variations of the same thing, different aspects of like this, like different ends of a cohesive whole when they get put together. And in some cases, there's going to be more than one synth playing literally the exact same part. because they have different timbres, they have different qualities. Some will be more mellow, some will be more bright and attention getting, and they'll all be blended together to make this soup of very interesting, rich, detailed sounding synthesizer stuff. This one is called Butter, and this is just like such a nice mellow sound, so I thought I'd start with this. One of the aspects of the is that your dog?
That sounds like it's in your background. I hear it in the headphones.
Oh yeah. Okay, so yeah, that's neighbor dog. So neighbor chihuahuas. Chihuahuas. These chihuahuas don't bark; they just whine. They go like. Whenever they're around. I don't know if they do that all day when they're inside the house, but whenever they come out into like our little common courtyard, they're just always making these sounds. They're just
wow. Wow.
Like what a life, what an existence. Okay, but one of the things that I love about the song is that it has this thing that to me is like a musical like a musical illusion, kind of like an optical illusion, and it sounds like it's always ascending. It's always going up and up and up and up and up and up and up. And obviously it's not, but it has this effect. So I want to try, the first thing I want to try is playing these chords that go through the verse in a way where the inversions of the chords are always moving up. So instead of going like the B flat, C, F, and then going back to that same B flat, I want to try going boom. Okay, so that's still B flat, C, but then so every time that I go to the next chord, I'm going to use the inversion that goes higher. Even though I'm playing chords that are in a loop, I'm playing a loop of chords. I gotta remember how to play keyboards now. No, not like that. You get what I'm saying, right?
Yeah.
So let's try that.
Super cool.
Let's see how that sounds. Let's start here.
Very cool.
There, it's nice, right? So then that needs to go into the chorus there. Let's try it again. Oh shit! This is you were talking before about like learn how to play a new instrument. Keys is new for me. So
Totally.
like when I'm playing something in isolation, I can see my brain can do the chords well, but when I'm on a click, when the tempo is going and the next note, the next chord is coming, whether it's going to wait for me or not, my brain is like, oh God, what do I do?
I do the same thing with keys, man. It's this.
Yeah.
Takes me forever to track keys sometimes. I'm getting better, but like it's still Guitar, it'll take me like 1 or 2 takes tops. Keys will be like 30. Like, it'll just take me all day.
Yep. Okay, so I'm gonna record some here. Let's see. I need to change my thing in my little computer. Flippity floop fleep floop. Let me dial in this sound though the way that I want it. Uh-oh. Okay.
It's tricky.
It is, right?
Mm-hmm. Especially because like the attack on that synth isn't like right on top of itself. You know what I mean? Like it's a slightly slower attack probably than like a regular keyboard. So
right, something like. Where it's just right there immediately.
yeah,
This is.
that's still pretty fast, but
It is, but that's
gotta be
exactly why
right
we
on-
layer. That's
Yeah.
exactly why we layer. So, so this isn't the only. So when you're building parts like this, you have to like imagine the final effect, and like imagine the role that this is playing in a final effect. You know what I mean? Because like there's going to be other parts that are taking care of other aspects of the sound besides this. But this is the foundation of it. This is the basis of it. So I like the concept of the ascending, but I don't. I think it could be better in terms of which inversions are happening. They're not super satisfying. Let's try starting here instead. Not there. Nope. That's too. Yeah,
Nice.
see, it. Once it gets to this inversion, I feel like that one is like too final sounding, and it's already like it's only like 2/3 of the way through the verse at that point. Once it gets there,
you know what I would do if I were you?
what's that?
So this is the first verse and first chorus, right?
Yes.
I would just bring. Maybe this isn't consistent with how they did it on the tune. I don't know, but I would start on the first chorus. So you could go start with that low where you're at in that low register and start there on the first chorus. Leave the first verse just like as it is, just as like a reggae rocksteady thing.
Oh.
And then start with that low inversion on the first chorus and then build up. And then on the second verse, you could go back to the low one. And then you don't climax up to that high inversion until, I guess what? It would be like the second chorus and then after that.
Wow. Okay. So this song is really interesting because the second verse is twice as long as the first one is.
Oh.
Twice as long. Yes, twice as long. So
That actually kind of works in your favor in a way, I think, because if you
Yeah.
do low inversion first chorus, then the first half of the second verse is low inversion. Second half, you build all the way up to the highest part. And then maybe the second chorus, you can still kind of be in the high register up there.
I think also what needs to happen is one of the things that I've noticed in this song is that there's like this recycling thing that is giving the illusion of always rising. So
Right.
and a totally unrelated thing, I can't remember what it's called, but if someone can remember what it's called and put it in the chat, please. It's a thing that Christopher Nolan uses. It's called a something tone. And it's the way that two or more sine waves are interacting with each other, where one is like going down and one is going up, and it gives the audio illusion that there is a pitch that is constantly and always rising, but it's not, though. It's not rising. It just feels that way. And so he uses it in like Dunkirk and Tenet and like all of his movies during a moment, in the Batman movies, like during this moment to make it feel like it's always rising. But one of the things that makes it work is that when the pitch goes up, at another point it starts low again and comes up and starts low again, so it comes back around. And that happens in this song right here. Check this out.
Yeah, you're right.
So there's so these two things moving up together. The top voice is this, and then it keeps going. So that one always ascends, but the other one, so on its own, it goes lower.
So cool.
So it sounds like it's going around and around and around and around and around.
Forever.
So it partially is actually ascending, but part of it is not. So it's this whole cyclical freaking thing. So how do I could incorporate that into this somehow. How do I do that? Okay. Music is math, people.
Yeah.
So it'd be some sort of, if I start here. So I can put in, start to incorporate a lower note. I need to start it lower. Nope, that's not what I meant to do. Maybe that's what it is. So there's one, the right hand, so to speak, is actually always ascending, but eventually it'll bring in lower bass notes that are going to be ascending.
Yep.
But they come in later and they are lower, so it makes it counterbalances and it makes it sound like it's both staying in the same place and ascending. Let's try that. I think that made sense.
Yeah, I know. You just got a little shout out in the YouTube chat. Very astounding music skills.
Nice.
From
yes.
I don't know how to pronounce this person's name. I'm gonna ruin it.
Oh, that's Etienne Cadu.
Yeah.
That's Nice, Etienne. Thank you.
I feel like we've definitely seen this person in the chat before. So thanks for tuning in, Etienne. Appreciate it.
Okay, let's.
Also, if you've got any questions or anything you want us to address, just give us a shout out in the chat.
Yeah, man. So I'm gonna start laying down some things that are not necessarily going to be the final thing, but it's sort of like we just need to get some paint on the canvas so that we can experiment with this idea, see if it's working, see how we can change it, and what's our Brian Eno card that will guide us?
Don't stress one thing more than another.
Okay. Whoops. I'm starting in a different spot than I thought I was going to. Okay. Just gonna trim the end.
Very cool.
Just so that it does that little walk down. Whoops. Okay, blend them together. Okay, so now let's try this bass part. Boy, I wasn't recording. That's good.
Good thing that was great.
Yeah, what do you think?
No,
What
it
do you
sounds
think?
it sounds awesome.
Okay. Is it like achieving this kind of cyclical
I
thing
think,
we're talking about?
I think so because that musical movement you're talking about is implied in so many other places other than the synth that
Yeah.
it's happening in the bass and the piano. Like you're not missing it.
Yeah, okay.
Regardless of if the synth is doing it exactly or not. Like it's less. I would say if you're, it's kind of a like the effect is stronger as a whole than it is any one particular thing. Like when you pointed out what was going on in the bass, I hadn't necessarily noticed that like at the front of my attention, but it was it was there. Like I had gotten it, but it's kind of an effect of the whole piece rather than any one part.
So you're saying I don't need to stress one thing more than another?
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
Eno.
Yes, Brian Eno. Thank you, Brian.
All right, let me lay this down. I want to do that without the double low B flat. Okay. We're making progress.
Yep.
We have something. Okay, so this is the two parts together. One round of ascending. More ascending.
You could just play that with Alicia Keys' vocals over it and have a whole different remix on your hands. You could have, this is the Blade Runner Vangelis remix of Alicia Keys.
Probably should just go ahead and do that.
Yeah, I want to hear it. I really do.
Yeah. Well.
Even if you were a million miles away, I can still feel you in my bed. Near me, touch me, feel me.
Pretty dope.
And even at the bottom of the sea, I can still hear.
Yeah, this is better than the version that I already recorded. This is better.
Touch me, feel me. And all the time you were telling me lies. So tonight, I wanna find.
Okay. Wow. Okay, now we can do more. We need another ascension.
Etienne's viewing from France. I love
Oh,
that.
yeah.
I fucking love we've got people over in Europe watching.
Yeah,
It makes me
dude.
so happy because they're the ones that actually like what we do. Everyone in America like couldn't give two shits.
Formidable, mon frère.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, Etienne. Man, I can't wait until we can travel to Europe
Oh
again.
my god, that'd be so fun.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, here's another thing. Another way that we can do this is slowly. So this control right here is affecting how much of the high frequencies of the sound are being cut off.
Mm-hmm.
So that actually is, on a synthesizer like this, it's basically just generating a bunch of tones. If I hold a B flat, there's just like a bunch of tones being generated, and as we cut off the high frequencies, it's essentially making it play less notes. There are more higher notes that it's now like omitting. So if I slowly open that up, I think that will give an effect of rising.
Yeah.
Let's experiment with that. Dog.
Dog.
Dog. Ah!
That was close.
Almost got it.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see. I can pick it up right here. There.
would say those passing chords, I wouldn't. Well, you're gonna be able to do it anyway, but you could even do single note like walk downs right there instead of doing the full triads.
Okay.
Yeah. Might sound better with the chords. I don't know. It's up to you, but
Okay. Yeah, I think I will. Ba 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 ba. I think I'll focus on that passing chord thing a bit later.
okay.
For right now, I'm just trying to get the basic concept of what we're gonna do to achieve illusion.
Yeah.
Okay, so now I'm gonna do the bass notes while blooming. The bloomin' onion.
Yeah. It's very man, what's the word I'm looking for? It's just very
Ever since you said Blade Runner, that's all I'm hearing now.
yeah, totally. Yeah, it's very
But-
it's
sorry,
just
go
very
ahead.
textured. It's even just the second layer. It's so much more
Yeah.
it's so much more interesting to listen to once you layer it.
Yeah, the shit is trippy, man. Like when you're stacking synths like this,
Mm-hmm.
like one synth is one thing. Then you add a second one, and it's like times 4.
Yep,
And you add a third one, it's like times 12.
totally.
And you add a fourth one, and it's just, oh my gosh.
Well, because of all the voices you're really stacking, it's like you were just saying, like when you have two synths with the cutoffs in different places, you're getting like
Mm-hmm.
a variable different numbers of like voicings and voices that are actually happening. It's cool.
Exactly. All right, let's see. This is these two. You can hear all the noise from me leaving my microphone open while I'm recording.
I do, but I wouldn't have been able to pick it out from the floor noise we already have.
Okay, so this is good. It's starting to happen, which was
Yep.
this thing of my original fascination with this song is why does it sound like every time it changes chords, it goes higher
Right.
forever for the whole song? How the F is that possible? So it's starting to sound like that. So this is good.
Yeah.
Let's keep going. Let's add, let's find another synth. So now is a really fun part of synthesizer production where you just slap a note and just hunt through presets. It's just freaking like blindly sift through a bunch of silly sounds and we're just waiting for something to sound really amazing
Yeah.
to us. Oh,
Ooh, yeah.
come on.
Oh, it's quite the tail on that one. That's a
Yeah.
winner right there. That's a cool sound.
See? Exactly. That's the process, right? And a lot of times it takes way longer of sifting through presets than that.
So
that was a really quick one.
Mac Daddio just says, the chord progression makes me think that you're going to break into I Want to Break Free by Queen. I think you guys subconsciously want to tackle Queen.
Yeah.
It's very possible.
Yeah,
It's very possible.
I think you may be right.
By the way, thanks for hanging in there still, Mac Daddy O. Glad to have you along for the whole stream so far. It's awesome.
Yeah. It's way better
Thanks.
when you guys are here.
Thanks. Wow. Hey, thanks for watching.
Oh wow. Okay, so now another trick is I want to. So this is going to be doing basically the exact same thing as the top voice of the other one, but I want to not begin with the same inversion. When it comes in, I want to be one inversion ahead of it, so it sounds like it's even ascending even. Oh, or do I want to do the opposite? Actually, I might want to do the opposite. Inversions are coming up ahead behind it. Oh my gosh, this is fun. I'm having fun. I don't know about you guys.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Oh, we got Groove Stranger in the house.
Groove Stranger.
Groove.
Right?
Yeah.
How good does that sound?
Yeah.
Come
Wow.
on, man.
Yeah.
That's insane.
It's pretty. That's a wall of great synth. I love that subtle phaser going on with that
Whoops.
that one. Oh God.
Whoops. Yeah. Yeah, that's nice. All right. So now we're gonna find the nice entry point for this sound. Needs to come in earlier than that. I need to play the chords correctly.
Mega dope.
Interesting. So I'm already here by that point. So I could come back down again. Oh, this is interesting. So since this is a layer, this is not the foundation. This isn't the spine of it.
Mm-hmm.
I could come back down and and ascend again in that moment. Because there's another voice that's already going high. Okay, this is interesting. So I'm going to do both. I'm going to, in that build into the chorus moment, I'm going to come back down and give a fresh ascension. And then I'm going to do another layer that is like maybe single note. That's an even higher ascension that's happening at the same time. So both are happening at the same time. Let's try that. I don't know if it'll work, but we'll see. Shit. Shit.
Shit.
Okay, so now in the ascending moment, I want to do a. Maybe even higher than that. Let's try that.
Touch me, feel me, and all the time you're talking.
Some bad notes in there. That's too big of a jump.
Those are some Satan notes.
I can tell that a big part of achieving this illusion is keeping the gaps and the distances between the notes very, like, stepwise. Not making big jumps.
Yeah.
So even making that big jump, even though it was going up, and I'm trying to achieve the illusion of ascending, even if I make the jump too big going up, it breaks the chain.
Yeah.
So it's not just the illusion of going up, it's the illusion of stepping
Yep.
up.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I agree with you there. It's it becomes too big of a jump.
Yeah.
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 It breaks the illusion, really.
Yeah. Okay. Let's try this.
Touch me, feel me, and all the time you're talking.
Fuck. That's what I'm doing. Okay. Hi all.
Touch me, feel me, and all the time.
Oh, Maron. That's good because I actually was about to play it wrong anyway. Thank you, computer, for giving me a break.
Touch me, feel me, and all the time you're talking.
Okay, let's hear what we've got so far all together. This is 4 synth parts now. We'll kind of blend them.
Go ahead.
So now that da da da, we can. So that very clearly sounds descending. So
Mhm.
are we gonna say something?
I just had a thought, but this is kind of more of a mix thing that you could do later. But
Yeah.
in my brain, I'm thinking it'd be really cool to blend and get your blend that you want for these synths.
Mm-hmm.
Send them all to like a synth bus or a single synth track, and then basically side chain those synths to like the kick drum so that they kind of pop and swell every time the kick drum hits. I think that would be cool.
Now you're thinking with the modern production brain.
Yeah, that's a
That's-
little
yeah.
that's some more 2006 you could enter
Yes.
into that equation.
That's a really good idea to give it.
So the synths
Movement.
move, yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
They're a little more dynamic than just because right now you can control the velocity, but you're trying to keep it relatively static, which I think you should do. But to give it some more, so that it feels like it breathes a little bit more,
Mhm.
if you side chained it, so that it kind of opened back up, like kind of slowly after each kick drum, maybe, or something like that. That would be super cool.
Yeah, it makes me wonder if the production and the way that it was mixed in the original is like that, because
Yeah, who knows?
the way that it sounds like it was played in the original is just like this. It's these long,
Yeah.
static, dun, 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 chords.
Mm-hmm.
But when you listen to the song, there's nothing like boring sounding about it at all. So I wonder if they did do stuff like that.
Yeah, who knows?
When they mixed it to make it sound interesting.
I don't know how like popular. I don't know when sidechaining became like a really popular thing like it has been, but for me it's really been the last like 10-12 years is when I've noticed like sidechaining being like a huge thing in production circles. So maybe they didn't do it quite as much back then. I don't know, but to me,
well, it's definitely not in there in like the like dubstep style, not like it it being like an overtly audible effect,
right?
Like how it is in the last 10 years. But
yeah,
but they might be doing it in like the more old school way, the more traditional way, which is it's actually sort of imperceptible,
right?
That it's even happening.
Yeah,
but it does help the ear not get tired of something.
Sure. And that's kind of how I use it too. Like I've listened to stuff, I'm sure we've all heard stuff where they sidechain like the entire mix to the kick drum.
Right. Yeah.
Which is like insane.
That's what I mean. That's like an overtly audible.
Yeah.
It's a musical like thing that is happening. It's affecting the dynamics of the. God, I can't even talk.
No, I know.
Once we started doing this in the morning, I'm like my fucking brain doesn't even work right now. You get what I'm saying.
I do. Yeah. But yeah, if you did it kind of subtly, maybe with the or even play with doing it not so subtle and see what that sounds like. I think that could be really cool. But probably not something you need to worry about right now.
So, the thing I want to experiment with right now is doing this chord move that goes into the chorus.
Yeah.
Just in that, use inversions. I want to try to use inversions to make that descending chord shape ascend.
Right.
So,
there you go. That's awesome. That's awesome.
Woo!
Oh, man.
See? This is what I'm talking about.
Awesome.
This is what I'm talking about. So that's what it's going to be. Let's try this. I actually want to try this just in, or no, I was going to say just in isolation, only listening to the synths and not the band, but I actually do need the drums to keep time. Because the synthesizers are only just long rectangles of music, there's no rhythm guides.
Mm-hmm.
Telling me, touch me, feel me, and all the time you were talking about.
Oops, I forgot to control my left hand. Shits.
Telling me, touch me, feel me, and all the time you were talking about.
Pretty crazy, huh?
Yeah.
So it's wait, why does that still sound like it's descending? That's it still sounds like it's descending even though the highest note of each chord, I mean it's going, but it still sounds like it's going down.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah, you're right.
It's weird.
That is so strange. It's a weird brain, black magic brain trick, man. It's
yeah. I can hear a YouTube channel that I'm a huge fan of, David Bennett Piano.
mm-hmm.
Everybody here If you don't already watch David Bennett piano, check that out. He's the most brilliant like explainer of music ideas and he gives you these like music theory concepts in a way that it's amazing. In like 10 minutes I understand it and I'm like inspired to go use it.
Yeah.
I can hear his voice in my head right now explaining that is because the tonal center of each one of those chords that my brain latches onto is B flat, A, G.
Totally. It's bizarre.
But so that effect is there, but it's too subtle. I think that the spine sound, it should do it also.
Okay.
That's what it has been decreed. Oh God! Now I don't remember which inversion.
I was literally just gonna say, how are you keeping all 4 of these straight in your head right now?
I'm not. I have to track it, so I'm gonna listen back. I have to follow it and find it. So I'm here. Okay, so this is good. So I'm at a different inversion. I'm here. So how do I do the same thing here? So,
Wow.
it's going up, but it sounds like it's going down.
It's really wild.
What the fuck? Okay, this is why I picked this song. Alicia Keys is a genius, man. I mean, I don't know if I know she wrote this song, but I don't know if she was the one who like put this type of thing in the arrangement, because this is like a total motif. Like this is a theme that runs throughout the way that this song is arranged. Mm-hmm. But if it was her, whoever did, is a genius.
Very
this is
clever.
Amazing. And this is why I chose this song, just because I love this.
And also something that like any like 4-chord song could do, and like you don't hear this very often.
Right.
You know?
There's nothing special about the chords. It's B flat, C, F, B flat.
Super simple.
Okay.
Until now.
Yeah, not anymore. Okay, so I'm gonna. No. Did I lose it? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Where was I? What inversion?
I don't know what you did.
Oh, no.
Luckily, the stream's being recorded. So if you go back to the like 2-hour and 3-minute mark, you'll be able to track down your steps.
Well, I can reverse engineer it, so I know that I ended up here. Okay. So I must be...
There you go.
Okay. This is so...
God, and then you have to do the second half of the chorus. Like, where do you go after that?
I don't know. I don't know. Like, yeah, I know. I haven't looked or thought past this point in the song.
Right.
I'm just trying to, and these tracks that I'm recording right now, by the way, I'm not even necessarily gonna keep this. I probably won't keep these actual tracks. All that I'm trying to do right now is just
figure out musically what do you do with this.
Exactly. I'm just trying to get a blueprint of the concept that I'm gonna follow for the rest of the song.
Right.
Yeah. Okay.
Feel me.
Whoa. Whoops. Okay. I can't think. Too many things happening. Okay, that has the effect.
Yep.
That is insane.
That's so cool.
So cool. Wow.
Yep.
I'm loving it. I'm loving it. See, the bass goes down. But the chords go up.
Mm-hmm.
So now the next thing to incorporate into this is, how does this little move? How does that vibe along with this? Let me put in the drums and the synths. Okay, I need to actually play it correctly. Rugrats.
Yeah. It is a little Rugratsy.
We might. I don't want to use like the exact
No,
same
you
sound.
gotta use something a little sharper, more percussive, definitely.
Yeah.
Ooh, yeah, that one.
This?
Yeah.
Okay, so this is a mono. I
Okay, I see.
need, but I can change it.
That's
Gotta
like
remember how to
that's
change
a
it.
super like 70s synth sound. That would
Mm.
that would accomplish old school sounds as well as the 2006 sounds in one go. I think a tone like that,
Okay.
especially if you had some kind of envelope filter on it, or like auto wah or something like that. Be very 70s synth
Ooh.
sound.
Oh. Let's see. How do I'm trying to find
How to make it
the
polyphonic.
poly. Yeah, exactly. So that if anybody can remember how to use a Microkorg XL, I used to know how to do it in like 2 seconds. I used to do it all the time.
It
But
could be. Can you make any of the sounds polyphonic on that
Yes.
thing? Oh, that's cool.
yes. Here we go. 2 voice. Oh no. No, that's making it 2 voices, but it's controlled by monophonic rules. That's not what I want. Amp. No. Drive. No. Elephant. No. Patch. No.
Try it with just one voice.
Oh yeah, you're right. I could just perform it twice.
You could,
'Cause-
yeah.
Because it is too. All right, let's do that.
Let me hear that synth tone again. Yeah, that's such a classic synth sound. There you go. That's fucking
You
sick.
could even do it like that.
Do that.
All right.
It sounds so human like that, and that's what that's yeah. You need a bit of that.
Yeah, that's a good call. That's a good shout,
I don't know what
as
synth
our
is that.
UK friends would say.
What synth is that emulating? Is that like a Moog or like
Yeah, I think so.
some kind of Moog thing?
Yeah, it's the mini Moog
Yeah.
sound. Okay. Yeah,
Super sick.
quintessential Moog. All right, everybody.
You
Everybody
getting there.
relax.
You getting there?
Everybody relax. Chill out.
Telling me, touch me, feel me. And time,
Nope. It's in the key of F, Brandon.
So sick. I love it.
Mm-hmm. And get a little pitch bend in there.
How often do you get to use a pitch bend like that where you actually use it like that?
Yeah, not enough.
Not often.
I mean, it's always there. Like you always can. You know, like you know, you can make something a little hammer on, or not, or you can bend or
Mhm.
just fret a different note. Like you can do it whenever you want. I mean, I can put other bends.
Totally.
In it. No.
Oh yeah, start the bend as you hit the note. That's so sick. Oh yeah, just do all three of those. Dope. I love it. I want this synth on something I do. I don't know what yet.
All right.
telling me, touch me, feel me. And
Okay. Then. No, whoops. So, the glide may make this part sound weird. So, that.
Ah.
Yeah, glide is a little thing. So it's, I think, like the official name of it is portamento,
Yeah.
but on a Moog synthesizer it's called glide,
Ah.
which is where if that note
There's a strange interval.
glides into the other note. Let's see if I can turn it off or make it shorter, because it may make the jump down to the lower F sound weird. But I'm gonna experiment with it either. Oh, here we go. Portamento, portamento. So that's no portamentos. Oh. Alright, screw it. Let me just try it with the standard sound, and if it is a problem, then we'll address it.
Yeah.
Telling me, touch me, feel me. And
That sounds sick, dude. There's nothing wrong with any of that.
Okay. All right. I may want to do it an octave down, but let's see.
telling me, touch me, feel me.
So dope. That is rad. I didn't think you were going to do anything I'd like more than the Vangelis synths, but so dope. The two different pitch bends at the two different times is so sick.
It's very human, like you say.
Yep, especially because if someone like assumed you did that in one pass, it's like impossible. There's no way you could do it in one pass.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
You'd have to.
Yeah. It has the prover in there.
What do you mean the prover?
I guess that's a magician thing. Magicians, when you do a magic trick, when you design a magic trick, they have these things called provers,
Okay.
which is like basically like if I put a coin in my hand or something, if I design the trick in a way where you let the brain actually see something, actually see the coin in the hand for a second, or some kind of like if I shake it and it makes a sound, it's a prover. It makes the brain. It there's evidence. It
Right.
removes all doubt from the brain
It's
that
like
this is that way.
there is
and
a
then I show
coin.
that it's empty, and it's like, what the fuck?
Right.
So like, the fact that these two pitch bends are moving differently,
Right.
in different ways at different times, and the what do you call the pitch modulation is not uniform. It's not the same for both of them. It's like a mental prover that this is a human performed thing.
Right.
Yeah.
That's sweet.
So even if you don't know it, your brain, your brain, it's proven to your brain.
Touch me, feel me.
It's a bit cartoony to me.
I hear what you mean.
It might be okay if the whole thing is down an octave.
Yeah. Right now it's very out in front.
Yeah, it's supposed to be part of the ensemble. It's supposed to be more subtle than it is.
Yeah.
It's like, don't want that. Me don't want that. I'm going to keep that, but let me record an alternative, which is down an octave. Bro.
Yep.
Okay. Uh-oh.
What happened?
Oh, nothing. A dialogue opened and I didn't see it. I'm like, the computer's frozen, but it's not. It's working perfectly.
Good.
Telling me, touch me, feel me.
Definitely sits back better.
Yep. That's what I want.
Yeah.
Telling me, touch me, feel me.
Yeah.
Without mistakes.
Right.
Sorry, go ahead.
Once you blend this a little better and have it sit back, that'll be really nice.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. It's got to be mixed properly too. But
Yeah.
wait. There's another option, which is that the low part is actually higher.
Oh.
This was a concept that I came upon when we were doing the Black Market does Elton John
Mm-hmm.
thing, and we were doing Daniel,
Yeah.
and there's that bip, 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 bip,
Right.
bip, 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 bip. So I already knew this concept that we're doing right here, actually, which is playing the notes with the harmony of a third
Mm-hmm.
on the top, right?
Yeah.
That's like the first concept of harmony that you learn. But what's going on in that Elton John thing is he reverses them. So he played, the harmony is the sixth, not the third.
Uh-huh.
But that works because your root note of the harmony is the third of the sixth.
Right.
So instead of, he goes,
Oh, it's so nice too.
and so that's the,
You're right. It's so evocative of Daniel, like immediately. Just
Yep.
hearing that interval is like Daniel right away.
exactly. So that's sort of what this is. Not exactly, but it's another way of doing it. Eh.
Don't love the sound?
No, it's still a bit cartoonish.
Yeah. Yeah, it's... Yeah, keep
It's
looking.
It's a little Rugrats sounding.
Yeah.
You know, the song is supposed to be very
The part is kind of...
sexy.
Like, the part is going to sound kind of Rugratsy, though. You have to find the perfect sound, or else...
Dude, the way this sounds in the original song. This little move, I didn't write this. This is directly from the original song.
Right.
And it sounds like symphonic,
That's awesome.
you know?
Sorry.
That's okay, bro. All right, let's try it. Let's try it.
Telling me, touch me, feel me. And all the time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that sounds better. Right?
Yeah.
It's more like stately and respectable sounding. Now it sounds like the Beatles. It sounds like it's something from Abbey Road now.
Yeah,
you
that's
know?
why that's why I like that sound so much.
Yeah.
I'm like, that sounds like Abbey Road.
Yeah, that's like a Maxwell
Max.
Silverhammer.
Yeah,
thing.
exactly. That's great.
All right. Well, that's pretty cool.
It is
man.
literally the sound from Maxwell Silverhammer.
Yeah, it literally is. It's that same Moog sound. Okay. Well, I mean, I think I don't know how long you plan on streaming today, but I mean, that's essentially it. I mean, that's the spirit of what I wanted to kind of showcase. So basically, what the work that's going to go into this song next is like 16 more hours of this process, and then recording final performances of everything once I get the concept
Yeah,
worked out. You know.
absolutely. Well, yeah, it's
I
super
think
cool.
If we go past this point, it's like into another 6 hours of doing this.
Yeah, no, that's fine. Yeah, no, awesome to see the process, and I'm sure you'll probably arrive at some slightly different tones or sounds by the time you
Yeah.
get through working with it. But
Well, yeah. This what I wanted to say is another sideways shout out to the Patreon and supporting us financially for those people who can. Is the sounds that I do want to use for this, and the final sounds that I am gonna use for this song most likely, are the ones from the software synthesizers that I have on my computer, which are, I think, like higher quality than these sounds. But my computer isn't strong enough to play those instruments while doing this stream.
Yeah.
Everything will lock up and the computer can't think that fast.
Yeah.
And if I had a newer computer, then I think this one was made in 2013 or something like that.
Yeah, you're due for an upgrade. Here's the new goal of the podcast, of the stream. Let's get Brandon a new computer before his current one is 10 years old. That is the plan.
2023.
2023, we got...
Wait, let me find out. Let me do about this Mac.
Mhm.
Let's see. This is a late 2013.
You should look into a rack-mounted Mac Mini. That's what I'm doing. I have a computer that sits in a rack, and it's awesome.
That existed.
Yeah, they're great. I can definitely show you the setup. Even though I thought I had maxed it out, my computer still fucking has trouble with a lot of shit. So it's just it's just a testament. It's a testament to how difficult this is to pull off. And because Macs, the downside of using Macs, if you were using a Windows computer and let's just say, for instance, you had 64 gigs of RAM because you thought that buying that much RAM would just erase all your problems and you just wouldn't have computer problems anymore.
Is that what you did?
Let's just say somebody may have. If it was a Windows computer with that much RAM, you could just say, hey, Windows, I'm going to allocate all this fucking RAM to whatever program I want so that it works perfectly no matter what. But Mac, it makes those decisions for you. It's like dynamic or whatever they want to call it. So it basically, I have tons of processing power that just goes unutilized because Mac just doesn't know what to do with it, or there are certain programs that only ask for a certain amount of RAM. Like Reaper, I think only asks for a certain, and I never really have trouble with Reaper anyway, but like I think OBS only asks for a certain amount of RAM, and you can't like make available more to it.
And it sounds like the Mac is making the decision to share that RAM with other programs. Like it's not giving OBS its own dedicated memory.
No.
To use.
Yeah, no, it just kind of. So yeah, no, there's like tons of RAM that just doesn't get used, which sucks.
Good
it's
thing
really
you
annoying.
Bought it.
No, somebody, this is a hypothetical situation.
Sorry,
somebody,
I forgot that you didn't necessarily do that.
I didn't necessarily do that, no. But if you're in the market for a new computer, you don't need that much RAM. Just you actually don't.
Yeah.
But yeah, that should be a focus of the monetary drivers of the show is to help
I like
Brandon.
that. By Christmas 2023.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But yeah, man. This has been a very fun one.
Super
and
fun.
I really don't want. I want to keep going, but I need to start rehearsing for the show that I'm playing tonight.
Nice.
Southern California area people. Tonight at 8 p.m. I'm playing with Jarrett Borba and Jaw Faith.
Nice.
We're playing at the King's Head Pub in Santa Monica. Just doing...
I don't know much about Jaw Faith, but that guy looks like a real like OG Rasta. Like that is sick.
Yeah,
man. You're playing a show with that guy.
yeah, he's cool. He's a cool dude. We're just doing all just like reggae classics.
Sick.
Just a bunch of old favorite Jamaican songs playing them in a bar.
Shit,
having
man. Maybe
fun
we could
singing,
get
playing. It's
maybe we
great.
could get him to like toast on our stuff or like sing on dub stuff. That'd be so cool.
Dude, he's just like all the rest of us, which is,
Yeah,
you know, hey, you're making cool music. If you pay me, I'm there.
totally.
You know, he's just like you and me.
Yeah.
And but yeah.
Let's keep that in mind
I think
for 2022. I want to do a black market project where we specifically utilize Jaw Faith. That would be sick.
because just imagine like the War of the Worlds thing, for example. It's all original music, and just imagine if
him
it
toasting
had that.
Yeah, him toasting like
Added in.
about War of the Worlds instead of
Exactly.
just Orson Welles clips or whatever I'm gonna do.
You give him the title of the song and see what awesome ideas he comes up with.
Yep.
Talking about under the Martian heel, living under the
Yeah.
under the Martian Babylon,
Totally. Could be whatever.
the downpression of.
It's one of those things
Martian
that you
rule.
go, here's the title, literally do whatever you want with it. And that'll be
Yeah.
the thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be sweet. Let's keep that in mind for a project next year for sure.
Okay. Yeah. And then this Saturday at Pally Wine in Little Italy in San Diego, we're playing. So Thursday night, which is tonight, and Saturday night, we're playing. If you're near those places, or even if you're not near those places and you want to go to those places,
Mm-hmm.
come on out and we'll have fun. But
Yeah.
I need to start practicing so that I know what I'm doing
Right.
on stage. There's no worse feeling than getting on stage and you feel unprepared.
You're
Oh,
telling me. Oh
That
my
is
God.
like the worst feeling in the world.
You're
Oh.
telling me. I can remember several times when we were in bands together where I would just be
Really?
like, or like when we would play with Nigel and I would like fuck up the same like part he wanted me to play like every show, and it's just like, oh God, like kill me. It's the worst.
It's a bad feeling.
It's the worst feeling. Yeah.
Don't be that guy, folks.
It's
Don't be Nate.
Yeah, don't. Seriously, don't. Like the word. It's not that you're screwing up the show, because a lot of times some of the audience might notice, some might not notice at all. They're there drinking and just chilling out. It's that you're letting down your bandmates. That's the fucking worst part. Is they're just like, oh, bro, like, what the fuck, you know?
In my brain, like, right as I'm getting ready to play and I feel unprepared, I inside of my brain, I am certain that everyone is gonna turn from the bar and look at and be like angry, like, what the fuck is wrong with you? And like try to like get the power turned off, like, dude, turn this guy off, get him out of here.
Yeah.
What are you doing? And just like, boo, and like throw their glasses at me and shit. I'm like certain that that's gonna happen,
Wow.
and someone's gonna try to fight me because like I'm not prepared enough.
You have a real inner like George Costanza, like fighting you when you're in public. It sounds like.
Yeah, dude,
Wow.
that's crazy.
All right. Well,
That's what it feels like.
We'll wrap it up so Brandon can get going and start rehearsing for his show. Which, like he said, if any of you guys are in Southern California, where's the show again, Brandon? What time does it start?
It's tonight, Thursday, December 2nd. It's at 8 p.m. at the King's Head Pub in Santa Monica. It's
And
right
this
there
is
by
like
the
a
3rd Street Promenade.
This is a regular gig you do, right? You do this every Thursday?
It may turn into that. This is the second Thursday that we're doing.
Nice.
Yeah. If nobody gets angry and throws their glasses at me, we may get invited to do a regular thing.
Nice.
And then Saturday night, which is a regular thing, we do one Saturday every month at the Pally Wine Company, Pali
Nice.
Wine Company in San Diego.
Nice. Awesome. Well, we'll wrap it up, but today was super fun. We're really glad Mac Daddio sent in all those questions for the stream. If any of you out there watching have questions that you don't feel like dropping in the chat, or maybe the questions come to you during the week, write them down in an email and send it to blackmarketreggae@gmail.com, and we'll do a whole segment talking about your questions or whatever you ask in the email. We'll give you a little shout out as well. If you're not following us on Twitch, follow us, twitch.tv/blackmarketdub. Same with YouTube. youtube.com/blackmarketdub. All the links are below in the description as well as above us here. Bandcamp, Patreon, Instagram. Same with Brandon's, Wiesel Bandcamp, Wiesel YouTube, Wiesel Instagram. Follow us everywhere you can. Like we said earlier, if you're not able to donate to the Patreon, this is a great way to support us anyway. But if you do have some scratch, give it to us.
Money.
Give us your money. Give us money. Yeah, please give us your money. We just set up new Patreon tiers. So if you join on Patreon, depending on the tier you join at, you'll earn merch through your patronage. You'll get free merch that you're paying for but on top of just supporting the show and our music and stuff, you'll also be over the course of a few months you'll earn a sticker or a mug or like t-shirts or a sweater or something like that. And we've already got I think 6 merch items that are actually ready to ship out this month, so it's pretty awesome. So people are going to get some Black Market stickers and stuff in the mail. But yeah, please subscribe on Bandcamp or Patreon. If you've got any way to support us, please do. We do this from, the very bottom of our empty wallets.
Yeah. And if your wallet is empty too,
yeah, it's all good.
Keep listening, keep hanging out,
Yeah.
keep consuming. It's okay.
Share the show.
It will pass.
Yeah.
The tides will turn.
Yeah.
For both of us.
Yep.
Yeah.
Share the show with your friends, with your parents, your brothers, your sisters, share it to Facebook chats, share it on Reddit, share it on Twitter, share it wherever you can. And help us grow this show, because we think we have something really special here, and we really want to share the way we make music together with more people. So let's grow this little community we've got building here.
Yeah, man. So yeah, thank you, Mac Daddio, Etienne, Liren Star Seeds.
Oh yeah,
thank you for the kind words. Dweemus, Andrew Wright,
Groove Stranger, as always.
Groove
Thanks
Stranger.
for being our unofficial techie.
Yeah, who else is on? I can't see who's on Twitch.
Andrew Wright, thanks for watching. Let's see, Mac Daddio, obviously. Dweemus, Gregory Buttocks, which he also had one follow-up question. He says, Gregory Buttocks says, also, I have a raging pain in my stomach. I can't focus on work. Do you have any tips to prevent constipation?
Prevent constipation.
That's
interesting, because I'm usually worrying about how to deal with existing constipation rather than prevent it. What do you got any tips?
I would say take a shit. That's a great way to prevent constipation.
How do I deal with constipation? Well, just poop.
Start by pooping.
Just poop, dog.
Yep. Wow.
Oh, thanks. I would say the thing that works for me to keep going, to stay regular, coffee and cigarettes.
That will do it. That will absolutely do it.
Yes. Rotate all day, all night between booze, coffee, and cigarettes.
Yep.
It will keep flowing.
The shit must flow. Stay tuned for Dune next year. All right. Well, we're going to let Brandon go, and we will see you guys next week. But thank you for watching. We'll be back same time next Thursday, noon Central Time, 10 a.m. West Coast, 1 p.m. East Coast, 6 p.m. UK,
we always forget this.
and 7 p.m. everywhere else in Europe. All right. Love you guys.
Love ya.
Thanks for watching.
Bye.